going to do a master class here. We're going to actually add content to this class. So you'll click on your master class and we will look at how we're going to add the content. We'll also look at what the different pieces of your class in PowerSchool Learning mean. So as you organize the content in your class, you'll probably create pages. The pages are like, think of them like web pages. So we can add another page. We'll call it new page. That's fine. We'll put it at the bottom of the page. You can also make it a sub page. And this helps you start to organize your content into pages. On the new page, we're going to add content. Everything goes with this block. It's super simple. All you have to do is click Add Content block, and from here you have several options of how you're going to add content to your digital classroom. If we click On Page Text, this is going to be the easiest block for you to work with. This is where you can give your instructions for the day, or for the unit, or for the activity. Make sure you click on the button that says More so that you can actually see all of the options that you have available. There's a reason for this. This text block will allow you to have images, links, and more. That's important to know because you don't have to use all the other block options. You can just start with this block and it'll work perfectly. For example, I want them to view the video and answer the questions. And maybe we want to add an image. So we click the image button, we select where we want it, if it's from the computer or if you have a link. You can drag the file right here, or you can choose a file and it'll add it into this content block. For example, if I was teaching about the SAMR model with technology integration, I have a picture for that. I can drag that picture here. It'll process it for just a minute. It'll ask if I want to use the original size or something smaller. And I can even add a caption to it. Call it SAMR model. And click OK. Once I have this in here, I can also resize it, change it. I can change the size of the font. I can change aspects of the font, including background color of the text and the text color itself. Once you have everything on your block, you just click Save. And we now have our first content for our page within our master class. To add more content, you just click Add Content again. You can add files for a student to download or look at, links, which are actually better and easier. You can do links to Google Docs or other documents you have. If you just need an image by itself and you don't need it in a text block, you can embed the web if you know how to use embed codes. You can add a video. We do not suggest this particular block. It actually adds the entire video file. It's better to use YouTube videos if you have them, or a link to something. You can use a web link. You can do audio files. This is great if they need to listen to something or for music classes, and anything you need to add from Google Drive. If you want to add a little mini calendar to your class, you can do that here. You can even change where you place it. Do you want it at the top of your class? Do you want it at the side? Let's put it at the side and click Save. And there's our mini calendar. You can organize your pages very simply by adding new pages here and dragging them. You can also copy the page. If you create a structure on a page and you want to copy that page, you can do that. And this is also how you will copy your content to your other courses. So let's say that this was the page we wanted to copy. We would copy our page and we would select the classes. You can select any class that you're a teacher of right here. You will probably have a list. You can select all of them. Now let's look at the other tabs up here briefly. In your master class, you can look at the calendar. Once you start populating some content and activities, the student's calendar will fill up from all their classes. So they'll be able to have that view here, even in their class. Messages. You can add an announcement to your class. It helps you share news. There's a little walkthrough the first time you use it. It'll say create the announcement, how to show your current or archived. You can just say welcome to class. You can use this as don't forget there's a quiz next week. You can say that it's always on top, when to display it until. Let's pick a later date, click save, and now there's an announcement. So when they log into this class, that announcement's going to pop up first. For inbox, these are messages. It's like email, but more secure because it lives within this system. You can exchange messages with the students and parents from the roster. You can write a message, you can reply or do more actions. And there's inbox navigation, much like an email. And then your settings. If you want to write a message to a particular student, you would write it here. You can also attach files from Google Drive or other things like, hey, Johnny, you forgot to do this assignment. Don't forget, here it is. This will also be where you will see messages that are sent back to you from your students or parents that you're sending them to. Your activities. This is what we're going to follow in other videos. You've got your assignments. Assessments are like quizzes, and yes, you can have it grade them. Discussion forums, a poll, and these are a little more complicated. We would get into that another time. The grades and attendance is just for the system. This does not connect to your PowerSchool SIS right now. So do not use these for your attendance or grading. And that's it for our quick session on the master class and adding content.